goal is to get swole. I got these weights laid out. I'm gonna do some curls. We got the 35s all the way down to the 15s, and we're just gonna go with it, man. When you're trying to get bigger, when you're trying to, you really want to focus on just muscle pump. Sets and reps is cool, but at the end of the day, just lift that shit, bro. Soon as you burn out here with the heavier weight, drop down to the next lowest one. Just gotta go with it, man. Sometimes you can't wait for inspiration to just appear. Inspiration is bullshit, honestly, if you really think about it. Sometimes niggas just ain't inspired. So if you're not inspired, what you gonna do? What happens then? How you gonna act? If the inspiration, you don't see some inspirational, motivational clip, you're not feeling inspired. Inspiration is a feeling. Motivation is a feeling. I feel motivated. So what happens when you don't feel like doing shit? That's how I've been feeling these past few years. Ever since I closed my gym, I haven't felt like really working out. I was lacking, I was missing pieces. Damn. But what I was missing was the discipline. I'm not reinventing the wheel here, but oh shit. Discipline. Discipline is what niggas need. Niggas don't need no more inspiration. At this point, it's 2025. If you're not inspired, if the inspiration hasn't gotten you off your motherfucking ass to this point, then you need to figure out a different way. Discipline is going to carry us way further than any fucking motivation, any inspiration. Because those things are feeling. Those are feelings. Again, god damn, these are 30s. I feel inspired. I feel like going to work. I feel like getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Or I don't feel like getting up in the morning. I don't feel like going to work. I don't feel like taking out the trash. I don't feel like brushing my teeth. I don't feel like paying my bills. I don't feel like working out. I don't feel like being nice today. Oh shit. I'm gonna stick with these 30s for a little longer. But what I'm recognizing within my own life, my own journey is discipline. You gotta be disciplined, man. I'm telling you. One of the best things I took from being a college athlete, college football player, college track runner, is that discipline is the only thing that's going to keep you on the path that you want to be on. You may go out partying the night before. You grown as hell. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. But no matter what, you got that workout at 6 o'clock in the morning. So, what is going to wake you the fuck up when you don't feel like it? When you're hungover? When you're tired? When you got a chick next to you pulling you back like, yo, fuck that shit. What's gonna keep you locked in? The discipline. The discipline says I gotta be to workouts at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's what I signed up for. This is the contract that I signed for myself. That's what Kobe says. It's that discipline. That is what keeps niggas locked in. It's not the inspiration. It's not the motivation. I'm almost never motivated. I shouldn't say that, because I do have self-motivation. But I can tell you that only goes but so far, because it's a fleeting feeling. You might not feel like that in 20 seconds. You might get a phone call and you may never feel that way ever again. You may wake up feeling inspired, but it's the discipline that's, boom, I got workouts at 6 o'clock in the morning. As soon as you get there, I don't feel like working out. I'm fucking tired. I got class. I gotta write this paper. I haven't eaten yet. All the excuses in the world that you can tell yourself of why you don't feel like doing that shit. And if you're by yourself, sometimes more often than not, we can let ourselves off the hook. That's what I've been doing for a while now. Just letting myself off the hook. And I can, I'm self-aware enough to understand that. But I go back to my college days. I go back to the grind that I signed up for, that I showed up for no matter what. I wasn't missing workouts and shit like that. Didn't matter how I felt. Towards the end of my gym, closed my gym, CTC training down, I didn't feel like doing that shit anymore. I used to tell the guys all the time, like, yo, I don't feel like doing this shit. And a lot of times, I didn't feel like it, but that was what I signed up for. I signed up to be in the trenches with my guys. So they helped me stay disciplined. But now, I'm in this bitch down, I'm in the basement by myself. Ain't nobody down here motivating me. Ain't nobody forcing me to keep going. Ain't nobody forcing me to do these burnout reps. This is set number 2, by the way. Nobody's forcing me to do this. It's the discipline, you know what I mean? That is what keeps us on a straight and narrow path. And it's not going to be a straight linear path either. It's going to be rocky. It's going to be a bumpy trail. Last night I had the craziest dream of my life where I was riding a bike, I was running, I was doing all types of physical shit, and I was going straight too. But the trail, it had all types of crevices and cracks. It had hills. It had things I had to climb into, had to climb into, had to climb out of, had to scale different mountains and hills. It was dark. It was tight spaces, but all I could think about, one, it was a dope audio playing in the background of David Goggins. He was telling his story to Joe Rogan. It was 17 minutes. I woke up and I was at the 17-minute mark in the clip. But in my dream, all I could think about was, one, my OG Rick. Shout out to Rick. He got me started on my entrepreneurial journey back in 2013, 2014, something like that. Oh, these 30s just feel good. I'm gonna drop it down now. Moving down to the 25s. So, but in this dream, where the 25s at? In this dream, it was a lot of different challenges ahead of me. All the dreams that I've been able to remember in my life, there's always been 2 different options. It's been an easy option, and it's been a rough option. Last night's dream was all about the rough option. All I could think about was getting through this maze. Fearless. The ordinary pedestrian would have been scared shitless going through some of this shit. It was pitch black. All I could see is dirt. Dirt in the terrain. But I kept pushing forward. And that is why I'm inspired to even be down here right now. I don't feel like doing this shit. I'm tired as fuck. Even yesterday, in the video I posted yesterday, I wanted to take a nap, but it's like, you know what? No. I ended up washing my hair, combing it, blow drying it. Ultimately got my hair braided, spent some time with my lady. I could have been asleep, but fuck that. The discipline spoke to me. And this is just an extension of that. You feel what I'm saying? Back to me being in college. Sometimes, you might have to stay up late, writing the paper all night long. You didn't eat again. You got your homies fucking with you in and out of the room doing their thing. Chicks on your line. But you got that workout at 6 o'clock in the morning. From there you got class. From there you gotta eat. From there you got more classes. Then you got practice. Then you got study hall. You think you're gonna be late to study hall? Fuck no. Fuck no. We all gotta approach life as if it's study hall. You know you're gonna get in trouble. At the very least, you're not gonna pass. Because you're not gonna get the knowledge that you're gonna learn in study hall. But you just gotta show up. Just show up, man. Just gotta show up. We're doing burnout curls here. I got the 25s in my hands. I'm gonna work down to at least the 15s. Don't count. We just trying to get swole. We're not counting reps, man. I don't know what I'm on. If you in the comments, if you're watching this shit right now, let me know what number I'm on. Rewind this shit and count these reps for me. Cause I don't give a fuck. I'm just down here getting swole, because that is what I said I would do. I don't give a fuck how I feel, because it's going to get done either way. Fuck being inspired. Because sometimes that, I'm telling you, that inspiration, it'll leave us feeling warm and fuzzy inside. I'm dropping down to the 20s. It'll leave us feeling warm and fuzzy inside. And that's cool. You know, there's nothing wrong with being inspired, finding motivation, shit like that. But again, who are you when you're not feeling inspired? Who are you when you're not feeling motivated? When you don't feel like doing shit? When your lowest self is speaking way louder than the highest frequency within inside of you? What do you lean on then? Huh? For a couple years there, I was leaning on cannabis. You know, I got no beef with weed, but I haven't smoked in the last 2 months, damn near. I maybe smoked twice. Memorial Day and the beginning of June, one time. I just reapplied for my medical card, so I'm about to be back on my shit, but I always move with intention, or try to. And some part of that intention was physically, when you smoke, you can just go. Your body reacts differently. Lactic acid builds up differently in your body. And a lot of times I would hide behind that. I ain't even gonna hold you. I would hide behind that. I would get high as hell and just go. You know, I didn't have to think about it. You know, it's funny, it just hit me now. Now that I'm completely sober, haven't smoked in 2 months, what keeps me going now? What goals have I set for myself now? How do I focus in on what I want to be, who I want to be now? They say don't forget who you want to be. You see what I'm saying? Niggas can preach all that shit, oh, I never change. That's cool. I want to change. I want to be better. I want to be a better father. I want to be a better spouse. You know, soon, we'll be engaged, ultimately married. I want to be a better father again. I want to be a better brother, be a better son, communicate better with my family. I want to be better financially. I want to be better from a content standpoint, hone in on my vision with OGPOV. You know, I want to be dialed in physically. I want to learn some shit. You know, trying to film these videos, and it got to a point where I realized I don't really know anything. Not that I don't, you know, obviously I know shit, but like, as a trainer, I was focused on that. I didn't really level up to the point where I could truly teach somebody some shit. Now, I'm on some life shit. And while I help myself, I'm gonna help my OGPOV fam just be better. You feel what I'm saying? We just burning out. Drop down to the 15s. After this set of 15s, I'm gonna go 30 seconds on the band curl. This is set number 2. I'm gonna do 4 sets total. I'm gonna sneak in some tricep extensions here, maybe some push-ups, but it's go time. I don't feel like doing this shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I wanted to record something. but I'm like, man, I ain't really got nothing to say. Recently, I've been watching Wes Watson's a lot of his shit on YouTube, and he don't beat around the bush. He gets straight to it. Like, bruh, you a bitch. Here's why. And a lot of things he talks about is kind of the same things I'm echoing right now, same sentiments. And I don't know if he's a part of the Aryan Brotherhood. You know, I don't fuck with that, but you know, real recognize real. Salute to Wes Watson. I don't think he was wrong in that gym beating bullshitting have been on that shit. You know what I mean? Can't control the reaction. But a lot of his content, I love it, man. He gets straight to the point. Self-growth, self-evaluation, self-awareness. People talk of that shit all the time. most people are not self-aware, because if they would fix the shit that they need to. Ooh, God damn. Keep going, come on, keep going. I got a minute left. I'll go a minute. You can't see, you probably can't see the timer right here, but a minute left, 15 seconds to go. 45 seconds to go. 15 seconds in on my final minute here. Whew. Working up a sweat. You can lie to yourself all you want. So you look in that mirror and realize that you let yourself down. Ain't nothing worse than letting yourself down. Wasted talent, as Sonny would say. Ain't nothing worse than wasted talent. Come on. Discipline. Gotta stay disciplined, man. Fuck inspiration. That inspiration shit only go but so far. Yeah, you inspired, but again, what happens when that inspiration leaves you? What happens then? Who are you? Ask yourself that question. When you're no longer inspired, when you no longer feel like doing the shit, when that warm, fuzzy feeling leaves your body, who are you? What do you represent? What do you stand for? You got 30 seconds. Huh? What do you stand for then? Huh? When there's nobody watching, who are you? God damn, come on. 5 more reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We gotta ask ourselves that, man. Be honest with yourself, because you're not gonna always feel like doing this shit. Fuck working out. I'm talking about showing up for yourself in life. You write down a goal, make it a SMART goal. Sustainable, damn, what the fuck is the acronyms? I'm gonna put the acronyms in the comments. SMART goals. It's gotta be sustainable. It's gotta be time oriented. That's the T. The R, it has to be, I think it's like relatable or like reality based. Not like, it's gotta be timely. You feel what I'm saying? What does the A stand for? It's gotta be attainable. I don't know. Fuck that shit. Who gives a fuck? Stay locked into all things OGPOV, man. When that feeling leaves you, and that warm, fuzzy feeling leaves your body, you don't feel like doing some shit, lean on that discipline, man. Write that shit down and show up. When I used to show up to college workouts in the past, when I used to show up to the gym, my gym, CTC training, when I used to show up, the board is the discipline. The goals that we write down, that's the discipline. No matter how you feel, you take steps towards that. Ask yourself, how much discipline do you have in your life in different areas? I'm asking myself that every single day, man. Again, I did not feel like doing this shit. I got two more sets to go. And, we're going to keep it moving. Stay locked into all things OGPOV universe. Share this video with somebody who needs a reality check, man. Stop bitching. We out here, man. Stay locked in. We'll figure it out. Subscribe to the channel. Follow the YouTube. Follow the Instagram and all that. Whew. The voice of the voiceless, hopeless. Money never made me being broke dead.